Hello students, welcome to yet another class of accountancy. Sir, हाँ, what we are going to do today? We are going to discuss the same topic, that is forfeiture of share and its reissue, and we'll take different cases. Okay, so we shall start now. Question number 28. Listen to me carefully, all the explanation. X Limited forfeited 700 shares of Ashok of rupees 10 each, rupees 8 called up. So company has called only rupees 8. That means they have not called the final call. Then for which rupees 5 was paid. That means share forfeiture amount will be rupees 5 and unpaid amount will be rupees 3. How? 8 was the called up by the company and 5 was paid. That means 3 was unpaid. Now out of these 500 shares, see, out of 700 only 500 shares are reissued for rupees 9 per share as fully paid up. What does this means? See students, here only 8 rupees was called, but at the time of reissue they called entire amount, that means rupees 10. Okay, and they have issued for rupees 9. That means company is reissuing it at a rebate or the lesser amount than the face value. Okay, at the time of reissue the shares can be reissued at rebate. Why? Because we already received certain amount from those shares. Okay, so we will recover that lesser amount from those shares. Okay, because see here 700 shares were issued and out of that we have received 5 rupees per share. No? Is this clear? We have already received that amount. So if we reissue the same shares at lesser cost, then still company will be in gain. Is this clear? The company will still in the capital gain. We'll see the solution. So first we'll do here itself, then I'll show you the solution. So what will be the amount of share capital? 700 into 8, that is 5600. Then what will be the amount of share forfeiture? 700 into 5. And what will be the amount of calls in area? 700 into 3. Let's move on to the solution. Is this clear? See, here it is. Share capital 5600, 700 into 8 because rupees 8 was called. Then share forfeiture 700 into 5, the amount received on the calls, and calls in area 2100, 700 into 3, the unpaid amount. Is this point clear? Now what will be the next entry for the reissue? Only 500 shares were reissued. Remember, here 700 shares were there and here only 500 shares. So they were issued at 9 rupees, so 4500, and they were fully paid. These shares were fully paid, so 500 into 10, 5000. Clear? This is 5000. So how we'll get the amount of share forfeiture? 500. Either you can subtract it or you can calculate by yourself in this manner, 500 into 1. Is this clear? Now how to calculate calls, how to calculate capital reserve? See, here it is shown, all the workings. See, 3500 was the amount for 700 shares. So what will be the amount for 500 shares? 2500. This will be the amount of share forfeiture for 500 shares. Clear? That should be the amount for 500 share, out of which 500 is been used. See, So 2000 minus 500, that is 2000. Okay, so you will get here 2000. Understood? This way we will calculate the amount of capital reserve. I hope this is clear to you, all the students. Now we'll move on to the B part. Why forfeited 400 shares of rupees 10 each? Again, company has called only 6 rupees for the non-payment of first call of rupees 2. That means how much is being paid? 4 is being paid and 2 is unpaid. Out of these, 300 shares were immediately reissued at rupees 5 per share. Now here they have not mentioned fully paid up like they have done in the previous part. Okay, here it is immediately reissued. That means it is reissued at the called up amount. Is this clear? That means reissued at rupees 5 per share for rupees 6. Okay, that means reissue amount is 6 and we received rupees 5. Okay, clear? Now moving on to the solution. Here's the solution. So how many shares were there? 400 shares were there of rupees 6 each, 2400. Then how much amount we have received? 4, isn't it? And how much amount was not received? Sir, how do you know that only 4 rupees was received? Because they have said 2 rupees was not received on first call. That's why. Okay. Now what will be the next entry? Bank account debit, share forfeiture account debit to share capital account. These out of these 300 shares were reissued. Clear? For rupees 5. And what will be the amount of share capital? 300 into 6. Okay. And what will the amount of share forfeiture? 300 into 1. How we will calculate the capital reserve? Similar way. 1600 was the amount for 400 shares. Then what will be the amount for 300 share? Here it is. 1600 upon 400. Okay. Into 300. So this way we will calculate the amount on 300 shares of share forfeiture, and out of which we have used how much? 300 we have used, so amount of capital reserve will be 900. Is this clear? In this way we have calculated the amount. Okay students? Okay sir. Okay, now moving on to the third part, that is part C. Read it. Z Limited forfeited 300 shares of rupees 100 each, on which 100 is the face value, on which first call of rupees 20 per share was not received. So this is call scenario, and final call is not yet made. So what is the called up amount? Called up amount will be 70, isn't it? Now out of this 200 shares were reissued at as rupees 70 paid up. That means we are issuing at the same amount, that is rupees 70. And how much amount we received on reissue? 55 per share. Is this clear? See again the solution. Here it is. How many shares were there? Tell me. What was the called up amount? Tell me fast. 300 into 70, isn't it? 300 shares, called up amount was rupees 70. How much was paid on it? 300 into 50. And what was not paid? Rupees 20 on first call. So 300 into 20, isn't it? Then out of these, 200 shares were issued for what amount? 200 shares were issued for 55 rupees. Okay, so that means we will take 15 rupees from previous forfeiture. Is this clear? And they were issued with the same called up amount. Okay, not as fully paid. So 200 into 70, 14,000. Clear? Once you get the concept of calculating the amount, this chapter is very easy because there's no twist in the journal entries. Only thing is the question from this chapter which comes in board examination is bit lengthy, and the calculations is important. Okay, now how to calculate the amount of share forfeiture? See, here it is. 15,000 was the amount for 300 shares. Then what will be the amount for 200 shares? 10,000, out of which 3,000 is used. So the amount 7,000 will be transferred to capital reserve, isn't it? Here it is. So what will be the journal entry? Share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve. Okay, I hope the solution is clear to you. Now question number 27 is your homework. Question number 29 is also your homework, but we are going to discuss question number 29 because there is a bit trick in the first part. We'll see it now. A Limited forfeited 1000 shares of rupees 10 each. You have to write down the points because I'm not going to show you the solution right now. Okay, I'm just going to explain you. A Limited forfeited 1000 shares of 10 each, rupees 8 paid for the non-payment of final call. That means here the company has asked entire 10 rupees, for which 8 is been called, 8 is been paid and 2 is unpaid. So what will be the amount of share capital? 10,000. See how? Into 10. Okay, then what will be the amount of share forfeiture? 10,000, 1,000 into 8, that is 8,000. And what will be the amount of calls in arrear? 1,000 into 2. Is this clear? So this will be the amount in the first entry. Now what about the second entry? Bank account debit, share forfeiture account debit to share capital. Okay, and we will leave the amount. Why, sir? Because they have not shown at what amount the shares are reissued. We only know that they are reissued as fully paid up. So you can write the amount of share capital in second entry, that will be 400 into 10. This is the amount of share capital. But what will be the amount of bank and share forfeiture, we don't know. Now we'll leave that for a time being and move on to the third entry. What is the third entry? Third entry is share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve, and amount they have already given. We need not to calculate the amount of capital reserve, but we have to calculate the amount of share forfeiture and bank in the previous entry. Now how to calculate this? the formula will remain same. See, 8,000 was the amount at the time of share forfeiture of 1,000 shares. So what will be the amount for 400 shares? It will be 3,200, isn't it? Share forfeiture amount will be 3,200 for 400 shares. Now the amount transferred to capital reserve is 2,000. So when we'll subtract this, how much we have used? We have used 1,200 rupees. Is this clear? 3,200 minus 2,000, that is 1,200. Okay, that is 1,200. So now this point is clear to you. 1,200 is used. This means this 1,200 will write in the second entry. Where? In front of the share forfeiture. And what will be the amount of bank? 4,000 minus 1,200, that is 2,800. Okay, is this point clear to you? Now what will be the reissue price of forfeited shares? Sir, हाँ बोलो. Sir, it will be 2,800 divided by 400. That means ₹7 per share. Okay, very good. I hope this is clear to you. Now we'll take second part. B Limited forfeited 1,000 shares of ₹10 each. Rupees called up for non-payment of allotment money. First call 3. That means 5.5 is unpaid. Then how much is paid? 2.5 is paid. Okay, out of ₹8. Out of these shares, 400 shares were reissued for 7 per share as ₹8 paid up. So they have reissued at this amount, ₹8. Nothing new in this question. I hope you can do it. Then we'll read the third part. C Limited forfeited 300 shares of ₹10 each, on which ₹5 have been 7 has been called. This is the called up amount, and ₹5 has been paid. That means unpaid is ₹2. Out of these, 100 shares are reissued for ₹6 per share as ₹7 paid up. Again, the reissue amount is ₹7, and for which we got ₹6. So there is not any trick in this question. The question is easy and same type. So you do the question as your homework. Question number 27, question number 29. Moreover, you do illustration number 28, 29 and 27 for practice. Okay, you need to do more and more practice. Okay students, bye bye, take care, stay at home and stay safe.